The market of budget rugged devices is pretty crowded, but AGM tries to stand out by offering phones with a sleek design, Snapdragon processor, and decent cameras. The AGM A9 is a good example. It costs about $300 US and it has quite a few premium features, although it's not a perfect device. Let's take a look. Just before we start, the phone costs about $300 US, and I'll leave all the links down below the video if you're interested. The phone ships with all the usual stuff, and some extras include a headphone jack adapter. The phone has IP68 rating, meaning it is water and dust resistant. Also, the phone's tough credentials include mil-spec 810G and Gorilla Glass screen protection. That means that the AGM A9 is salt, dust, humidity, rain, vibration, solar radiation, transport, and thermal shock resistant. The device has nice aluminum sides with chamfered edges and metal buttons that I found to be nice and responsive. The phone also has a camera launch and shutter key. There is another button reserved for Google Assistant. At the moment, you cannot remap those buttons, but I'm pretty sure you'll be able to do that after the future software updates. The top and bottom of the phone are made of shock-resistant rubber. The AGM A9 uses the hybrid dual SIM card slot. The phone does not have a headphone jack, but the supplied adapter assures a pretty good sound quality. USB Type-C port is not covered by any flaps despite the fact that the phone is water resistant. It's hard to tell if the backplate of the phone is made of aluminum or plastic, but it feels sturdy and it's nice to the touch. One of the highlights of the phone is that it has 4 speakers that are tuned by JBL. I have to tell you, this is not just a marketing gimmick. These speakers are legit. They produce nice and balanced sound, there is no distortion, and last but not least, they can get really loud. I think these are one of the best speakers I've heard on any rugged budget device, and here are a few audio samples. The phone is relatively thin and compact considering the fact it has a massive 5400 mAh battery. Also, the device does not feel heavy in the hand due to good weight distribution. That battery lasts for a long time. I was able to get over 18 hours of screen on time on a single charge. While you may not achieve this result all the time if you use the phone more intensively, you will always feel confident that the battery will last you a long time. The supplied Quick Charge 3.0 compatible charger juices up the battery in just about 2.5 hours, which is a great result. The display is pretty good overall. It is sharp, colors are pretty accurate, and outer visibility is pretty good. The screen also supports glove mode, which is very useful in some situations, and it works well. As far as cameras, we have a 12-megapixel Sony camera on the back and a beefy 16-megapixel shooter on the front. There is also a notification LED light. Last but not least, I found the fingerprint scanner to be very fast and accurate. Snapdragon 450 processor is at the core of this device, and the phone comes in different storage and RAM options. Gaming performance is pretty good. I was able to play games like Asphalt Extreme, Shadow Fight 3, and they ran without any issues. The PUBG runs fine on medium graphics too, which is really impressive for a budget rugged device. Well, the phone runs on a Snapdragon processor after all. I love that the phone runs on pure Android 8.1 out of the box. There are just a few added features, but overall you get stock Android experience. I also like that the phone is fast and responsive all the time, despite the fact that I installed quite a few apps. Great overall performance. Daylight image quality is actually very good considering the price of the phone. In fact, these are one of the better looking images from a budget rugged phone. I like the level of detail, colors are quite accurate, and even dynamic range adjustment is decent. However, low light image quality does not impress as there is quite a bit of noise and grain in the images, but on the other hand, this is what you have to expect at this price point. Selfies are pretty nice and sharp enough to show that I need to use a lip balm more often. 1080p video has a lot of great aspects. The footage is detailed, the continuous autofocus works fine, and the colors are nice. However, the footage is quite shaky. 1080p selfie video looks nice as there is a good amount of detail. However, we have the same issue, the footage is shaky. The AGM A9 is excellent in the connectivity department. Call quality, signal reception, GPS, Wi-Fi, and Bluetooth work just fine. There are plenty of sensors too, including a gyroscope. Finally, the phone has NFC connectivity option. The AGM A9 turns out to be a solid budget rugged phone, and there are just a few flaws to consider. The low light image quality could be better, and I wish the video was less shaky. Other than that, you get a well-rounded device that can survive a few drops, it is water and dust resistant, the overall performance is good, and you can even enjoy playing 3D games on it. In addition, both cameras can take nice pictures in good lighting, the battery life is great, the display is sharp, and last but not least, a quad speaker system is really impressive and it may be the best on any budget rugged phone. At the end of the day, the AGM A9 is a very good budget rugged device that I can recommend you checking it out, as it has just a few flaws to consider, but it offers plenty of features for the price. As always, you'll find a product link down below the video if you're interested. This video was sponsored by iMobi. With any transfer Android or iOS, you can move over your essentials all at once to any device seamlessly. You can now get a $10 discount for any trans app. Also, you can win a brand new 11-inch iPad Pro by entering the giveaway. Check out the video description to learn more. What do you think about the AGM A9? Would you buy this device or would you choose another budget rugged phone? Drop me a comment down below. Also drop me a comment down below if you have any questions, like the video if you liked it, follow me on social media, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and as always, it was Linus, thank you for watching and see you soon.